Oh, jeez, that's a bit. I can't even. So, what I was doing, I legit was jamming on the in-game music for so long. I can't tell you how much I love Candy Hearts and Peachy Pie. Those two are my favorites. I will say those two are awesome. Let's see here. What else do we got? So, me and a bunch of theorists on GT Live, I commented, like, I think I mentioned this before. I commented, and what happened is a bunch of people, and me and a bunch of people were figuring out different combinations and stuff, or ways to open up the files. And I don't remember his name, but he said, so we were stuck with file 030, and he said he found you can open it at 158. Wonder. Let's see here. Control simulation progress idea snapshot slightly earlier in time. Compare end of control sim to start of VM1. Better comparison than both being parallel. Mature control sim versus reference VM1. Easier to detect failures to hide elevated access permissions. Not part of original genetic model, not present in data dumps. Very bizarre. Ivy is less talkative today, meeting ending on time. 12:55, oh my god. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so 12:55. So it's gotta mean something. Okay, so we solved for 221, 130, 123, and 030. This is this one. So that means we have 3 numbers left. Wait. Hang on, am I missing a number? Wait, what the? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we solve for this one, this one, this one, this one. So all we have left now are 344, 404, and 501. So if I set the clock to 12:55, it should apply to one of those. Very interesting though. Okay, so we have 344, 404, and 501. So first, I mean, if I can get to all of them at once, it'd be awesome. Okay, not that one. 404. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Welcome to the rebellion. We're all working our asses off with our jobs on the line. So we might as well have some fun with it too, right? I totally get why Paula wants to rush into data collection, but my proposal is to shift our efforts a little and build out some new features for making real-time connections to the VM more useful and fun. If we're basically simulating a miniature universe, then it's kind of a waste to not be able to spend some quality time in there, right? What? What the fuck? Sorry, I'm trying not to swear, but what the hell? What is going on? Simulating a miniature universe. So it is a simulation. Doki Doki Literature Club is literally a simulation. But actually, I think wrapping this whole thing in the guise of a video, right? Saying that right? Guise of a video game is a great, and is a great and hilarious way of covering our tracks, and if we do a good enough job, we might even be able to present it to Paula as a useful endeavor. Key selling points: 5 to 6 hours of misery, dread, and cute girls. Learn through the existential crises of others. How to cope with your own simulated universe. Witness the destruction of a universe over and over in video game form. Ha ha ha, this is going to be absolutely amazing. And no, the irony isn't lost on me. Creating a secret team within a secret team is more meta than I signed up for. And that's saying something considering we literally work for Metaverse Enterprise Solutions. We can come up with a fake game studio name and everything too. Plus, obviously, no plans to go public with this, but it would be a good part of the whole disguise. Plus, I want... Wait. In the guise? Do you mean disguise? Because I read this down here, but this is... Okay. Whatever. Plus, I want a cool team name that makes us feel like a bunch of heroes for saving the universe. Kidding, but we're at least saving our jobs. Something like Team Salvation or Team Salvato. The only difference here is that there's an I and an N. Not even joking. You can look at the names. They're that close. But 5 to 6 hours of misery and dread. Okay, are there any other clues? This blows Doki Doki Literature Club wide open. So you're literally playing a simulation game of a universe that people are manually creating. Okay, the only numbers in here are 5 to 6. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized. So he's wondering where you found... So, 030 brings you to... Oh, okay. I'm confused. I don't know where they found that either. I've looked through everything. Can't find anything. 4158. 1255 gives you 404. But after that, I don't know. I'm clueless. I don't know. Didn't tell me anything after that. Actually, wait a minute. Did it say back up? Surely somewhere it says 158 on something. That gives a clue to that. Okay, not on that one. Nowhere in here. Nope. I'm just looking through, making sure there's no secrets. Because, like, even this, the tallies could be converted into, like, 413. Or 134. I'm curious as to where you find that, though. That's the only thing. Can't believe did I not see these, or did I just not click on them? I'm sure I saw them. I never checked. Did I get the side story for Natsuki yet? I did not. So, shoot, I didn't mean to exit the game. Crap. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Am I still recording? Yeah, okay. That's the one good thing about OBS is I can still keep recording. I just have to open the game again. Whereas FBX, if I was recording, it would shut off, so that's kind of neat. Actually, I'm curious. 8:33. Oh, wait a minute. Did I see 404 in there? Pictures. Oh, they're the same ones. So, hang on, why do these keep popping up? Because of the secrets in game, I actually can't like look over everything and not suspect that there's something in the seat, like the pictures, like secrets. There's something in here, although I'm thinking those are just secret poems. But I can't help but think that there's something in these pictures that gives clue to what's going on. It's like the word horror during the poem game. Now I kind of want to go through the poem game and just pick... Okay, so... I'm trying to think of anything. It's also interesting too because we have other people in here too. We have Ro. We have Paula, Ivy, Ravi, Barry, and I think there's a couple others too. We have all these other people, but I don't know what they are. Okay, before I do anything, I'm gonna keep, since I'm recording now, I might as well just keep going. So I'm gonna do is so because it's also late again. I don't know why I record these so late, but it's 11:30 for me, and again, everyone else is sleeping. So if I do read, I'm gonna read quietly, and I don't think I'll be able to give voices to anyone. So I'm just probably gonna keep my voice throughout it. Okay, drinking some straight fucking water is what Jacksepticeye would say. Alright, so I'm just gonna keep rolling on with the story. Okay. Okay, so here's Yuri's timeline. We'll just go with this one. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. Yuri is probably the only one I'm going to be able to give a voice to. But whatever. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. She has She was extremely apprehensive at first. But it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard anything from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we texted each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door, before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often, we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Astro. I sit down in the room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There is a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Shoot, I didn't mean to click that. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how'd you know about that? Sayori had already left it by the time we decided that the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you're doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles and shaking her head. That's no good, Astro. Eh? Why can't it be like it's just always been? Shoot, why did I say? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants me to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Astro. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Astro? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had a really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy in caring to waste time by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you never told me about this? It's almost like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew it, I would have done I've done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you have to do is tell me. You don't understand at all, Astro. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you'd have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. If I don't want to be cared about, it's a bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is really the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Astro. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped me is if everything could be as it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and hurt me too. And I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. No, Sayori, you don't. You really don't. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Astro. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Astro. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing into my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Astro, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything you need me to do, then you'd better tell me, or I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Astro. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How'd you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. All the days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really won't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It'd be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. And we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Alright, hang on. Here's where I'm going to save. Alright, now I'm going to do Natsuki's route. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other home after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned down to a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early on the other day. It's not like we text each other all okay, so this is where we've already been to. I spend only a few minutes back home anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know when she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door and let her in. Sup? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. Jeez. Sorry, I set my phone on my keyboard. There's like a little spot, so I set it there. And I bumped it. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag that's probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked you to, right? Or you bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyways, let's go to the kitchen. What, you're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Astro? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Gare, this is ridiculously heavy. Haha. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. Seems like I always underestimate you. Eh, it's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Oh, it's just the way I said that. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Eh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. We getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, now you are treating me like a little kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know. And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki, forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you're trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. Haha. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Astro. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally starting to pull things out of her bags so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. Spilled fluids, okay. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Oh, excuse me. Keep in mind, guys, it's 11:50. This is so cool, though. I'm like doing detective work too. Oh shit. All right, hang on. Sorry, I'm on the comments section too. So I found 404. Alright, so I'm just updating the comments or whatever. Let's go grab a bag of chips or something. Okay. Natsuki is babysitting all my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Astra, where'd you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Oh, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki's trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Oh, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is always where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the ones you made on the first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monica's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We're using the electric mixer for the batter, so I get stuck with the whisk and the huge bowl for the icing. Oh, come on. Using your hands while cooking is better. So when it okay, here's another personal thing for me. I'm very adaptive. What I mean by that is I have a lot of things that I like, and one of the things I actually really like doing is cooking. And I found this out when I started cooking last summer over, quarantine and stuff like that. I was cooking a lot, along with other things as singing, playing instruments, gaming, of course, because gaming is like one of my favorite things to do. This might get me into a fourth different thing, which is reading, because this is cool. I like this, actually. But I have a lot of hobbies. Personally, it's more fun to use your hands. I mean, for whisking stuff, but hands-on is sometimes more fun than using machines. I mean, for that, probably not, but still. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Jeez. I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing is already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it into her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? Oh, this is where this comes into play, isn't it? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to itch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me caused me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face! Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. Nah. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. I'm past her. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Oh, there's the frosting. Haha, stop. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I didn't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this. Oh no. I know what's gonna happen next. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. Well, what? Did you seriously just... Ah. Natsuki's so surprised she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Astro, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question did she ask me? Just like that. How did the mood turn into this so quickly? Because you liked ice. Oh, never mind. Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her swallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. Cough. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? Should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue the icing, like nothing ever happened. Ah, that smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look how cute they all look. She proudly shows out the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake, like happy birthday or whatever. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It'd be more fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so maybe I'm getting it from you. But what's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. Oh shoot. Yeah, and she showed. Oh yeah, when we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are pretty. Yeah, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Haha. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down to 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we could have some time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance. Man, as usual, Natsuki places blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it all in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Excuse me. Yeah. Again, think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point, it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her than I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Eh? What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had a fun day today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere. Do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Astro, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I'd really stay here longer if I could. But the same way as you, so... But I feel the same way as you, so... Suddenly, Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision along with her slightly parted lips. What has happened? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breasts against me. I've felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Hi, Astro. Sayori. Just now we weren't. It's okay, Astro. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you're having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Astro? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Astro. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put me up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this happen. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Astro. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Astro, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings. I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. Oh, shit. What time do we have on the recording? I really don't want to do what comes after this. I'm doing this one, though. Siri, I love you. Yeah? Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens, as long as we continue like this every day. With you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Astra. Suddenly Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Astra, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Astra. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What's this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now? Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Astro. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there to every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Oh, okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? Eh, what are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Astro? Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? Why does this seem like new dialogue? I think it is. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. I felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me, but that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until the things are the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give everything I've got. Sayori is the most important Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. That feels like new dialogue. That feels like it was way longer than it was in the original. Alright, shoot, so that was Natsuki, so I'm gonna go there. No. Okay, so I'm gonna load Yuri's now. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You could always have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. I did. And you managed to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. That's another thing we have in common. My room is... I'm not sure if his was clean from the get-go, but I always like to keep my spaces clean. naturally. That's just something I do. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. I don't know. I would have really been embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you go. Jeez, no. You don't... Oh, you don't have to do that. That would have been even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. That's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, I think that would be really great. That'd be really neat. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. How is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes the switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through the small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you to feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? Does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot more about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently and clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang them from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some people to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you used to be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Uh-huh. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Astro. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon for her to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. Looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own. You know. If you promise that you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. Thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. A combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe? What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Hey, as long as you say you don't stab people with them, that's fine with me. You're laughing at me? No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it's kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. Sorry, drinking some more water. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels so heavy and extremely solid. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Astro, why'd you do that? I didn't expect that to be so sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little bit. She doesn't lift her head. Well, if she doesn't recover from this the rest of the afternoon. Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Astro, did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Astro. Yuri giggles shyly. Eh? You're calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look at her, stop bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon, like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. We're ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. That's right. One of the items Yuri asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water? I'll be right back in a minute. Is that what he said? I'll be right back in a minute. I'll be back in a minute. Thank you so very much. God, now I'm stuck in that. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use a small plastic bathroom cup. Small plastic bathroom cups rather than the full-size glasses. Sorry. Okay. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips. Then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes. I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? Not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset to nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on the opposite side so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean that way. I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know. Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person, even if it's something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah. Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face, there are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here, I pat on Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry, I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait, just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, halfway through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is this the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrap around my wrist, send a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. You want to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true. But won't that take a while? Won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it'd be the best to leave it here and have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say it like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we could have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it'd be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Oh, yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want. You can come over, we can go out somewhere. I forgot. You don't like to go out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. So, you're very thoughtful, Astro. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Eh? Hi Astro. Sayori. Just now we weren't. It's okay, Astro. I just stopped to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm on my way home, my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Hey, yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori? I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, tried. Alright, I've read out of this. I want to skip. Alright, I'm gonna just do this. Okay, is this where I was? Okay. I just want to look into history quick. Oh, I really don't want to continue right now. Because I hope it's not... I don't want to. I want to cut this off here. Alright, I'm going to cut this off here. I've seen this and I know what happens. I'm not going to do that now. Because it's 12:30 at night. I don't need to see that right now. If you guys don't know what I mean, then you guys will see probably in the next episode. Okay. I'm gonna see, did I unlock the side story for Natsuki? So I still got these poems. So I got the CG for this. I wonder what this is. I have to go through and get all these. I'm gonna have to play this again, aren't I? Okay, so sorry, cracking my knuckles. Sorry, I did that right in the mic too. That was loud. Okay, so that's Sayori's bedroom. What is this? The protagonist. So my character's kitchen, and then my character's room. So what's this one? This is the same as that one. It's just literature club classroom. It's softly lit by the morning sun. Oh wait, so this is in the morning. I thought this was at night. So did I unlock anything else after that? I have a feeling I know what these two are. These three. I don't know what this one is. But I have a feeling I know what these ones are. But we'll just have to see later on. Okay, music. What do we get? Dreams of Love and Literature. No, that one we've had. My Confession. That's a new one. So we still don't have Natsuki's yet. Alright, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the side story right now, and I know an easy way to do it. Alright, Parfait. Doki Doki. Twirl. Nope. Clouds. Whistle. Boop. Papa. Oh, almost misclicked. Blanket. Sugar. Fantasy. Peaceful. I think that's Sayori. Waterfall. Oh, shoot. Socks. Okay. Vanilla. Cute. Chocolate. Bunny. Hop. Skirt. Okay. Oh no. Oh shoot. Flower. Fuck. Okay, I'll do better. Socks. Papa. Jump. Mouse. Nature? Nope, okay. Okay. Nibble. Bunny. Kawaii. Cage? Nah, I figured that was Yuri. Shit. Shoot, that's Sayori. This is harder. I think Natsuki is the hardest, surprisingly. Dream. That's not it. Vanilla. Fluffy. Cute. Giggle. Kitty. Boop. Electricity. Ribbon. Kiss. Sugar. Bunny. Blanket. Lollipop. Valentine. Nibble. Chocolate. Milk. Strawberry. Together. Fuck, Sayori. Oh shit. Lipstick. Bubbles. Puppy. Lollipop. Socks. Kiss. Cute. Giggle. Five. Shit. It's pretty easy to tell which ones are Yuri's. Like, I knew that. I kind of figured it was Yuri's, but I clicked anyway. Ah, shoot. Peace. Poof. Kitty. This is way harder than... Awesome. I don't know. Adventure? Shoot. God dang. It's so hard to pick. Poof. Okay. But awesome is not... Oh, this is so hard to pick for Natsuki. I don't know why Natsuki's hard. Portrait. Feather? Shoot. Oh my god. This isn't even that hard. Natsuki's not that hard. She really isn't. God, what ones did I pick for her? Beauty. Nah, that's not it. What did I even... Oh my goodness. Spark. Damn. Can I open the game separately? Some of them feel like they're random. So there's like nibble, anime, milk, kiss, twirl, cheeks, peace, hop, jumpy, Valentine, cute. Is jump hers too? Jump. Kitty. Waterfall. I'm so close. I'm so close. Clouds. Poof. Boop. Bunny. Parfait. Come on, I got this. Vanilla, let's go. Pick Natsuki's. Okay, now I can just skip ahead and show it to her. Okay. Oh, that's funny. She needs to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. Jesus. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How'd you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull one out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box that she's wearing. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. And I'll tell you one thing, Astro. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of the Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features four girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. Like Doki Doki? It's exceedingly Mo. The fuck does that mean? Mo. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me down out of the closet. She then takes me to a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling for me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs won't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Yeah, why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't you say that. It'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Oh, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Again, like Doki Doki. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would just enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's still all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's what really makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? What? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. And this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but there's a lot of baking in this. Is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki paused for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah, why does that matter? It doesn't? I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like, who would ever get into anything because it's in a manga? I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all the hobbies to pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Jeez. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince one of my friends, any of my friends, to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? It's not, well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? You don't share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Said Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't wait, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. It's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. At least you're enjoying yourself, right? And so, geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her fingers on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite. Minori's my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends. I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feelings you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. She says, are you alright with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there, haha. Natsuki suddenly noticed how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens next? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow, so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose it's an unnecessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. Okay, so now we just show it to Natsuki. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me and then back at the poem. By now she must have read it more than once. Aren't you supposed to be bad at this? Is that a compliment? No, I mean, you know... Natsuki struggles to find the words she wants. I just expected a lot less after what you showed me yesterday. That's all. Well, I guess I got lucky with this one. Yeah, exactly. You just got lucky, you know. Don't get used to it. You don't always manage your poems or... You don't always manage to write poems this cute, I mean. Well written. No, I mean... so that's how it is. My poem is cute. No, why are you smiling? It's not like I like cute things. Natsuki shoves my poem back towards me. Reading it again, I decided that it's not so great after all. It's too cute and Doki Doki. Oh, that's funny. It would only impress, girls who like those kinds of things. Haha. For some reason, Natsuki is incredibly easy to see through. Well, anyway, you're gonna read mine now, right? Judging by your taste, you probably would like it a lot. You probably learned something too. Don't forget who the real pro is. I think I read this one already. Okay, so here's... Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of other people can too. That's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think it's not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Suppose they're all gonna be new reactions, right? Oh no. Yuri should be new though, right? Is it my turn? Let's see how it compares to yesterday's. I see. It's a bit different. I respect you for trying different things, Astro. Were you inspired by Natsuki's poem? Or Sayori's, perhaps? Well, I guess you could say that. I thought so. I'm happy for you. You don't need to find inspiration in my poems. I write them for myself, not for anyone else. So I don't really need for people to like them or anything. Yuri, I'm sorry for being blunt, but you overthink this a little. You're overthinking this a little. Just because our styles are different doesn't mean I dislike your poems. In fact, I tried to do something in your style. If I tried to do something in your style, I'd probably just do a terrible job. I see. I'm sorry. My stupid mind, it likes to do that sometimes. Anyway, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the feelings you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Okay, I think I read that one already. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. Oh yes, I read this already. Huh? That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write a poem? Something about that? Something being ridiculed for a strange interest. Yeah? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose it's my fault for judging it, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry. I have no reason to. Okay. Thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I probably would hate myself. I might be ranting a little now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Okay. So these... Okay, this is all... It's even more abstract than the last one, huh? I guess you could say just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. Just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how you space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Haha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, so now we can... Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. It's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sarah's been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Oh, excuse me. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? But, Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sarah is putting it on posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sarah has been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Yeah, well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what the literature club is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right, and it's those reasons we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sarah and Monica have been trying really... Okay, I think I've... Yeah, I think I've read all this already. Yeah, I've definitely read this. Oh jeez. Gonna have to get through the day, I think, to get Natsuki's side story. I didn't think it'd take this long. I just want to get all the dialogue. I didn't... Alright, settings. Is there a skip scene text? I'm not gonna do that. I just have to click fast, I guess. Alright, yeah, I've seen it. Wish I could skip through this part. You should have picked a different day to do Natsuki's. Maybe the first day or something. How long is this episode? I hope it's like around an hour. Oh Jesus. An hour and 44? Holy shit. Okay, can I skip all this? Because I've read all this already. Or is it because I made a different decision? Oh, now we have Natsuki? Oh, shoot. Walking home with Natsuki, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, I think I'd be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down. Is she cute and fun to be around? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. Conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. Was that kind of her fault for... It's kind of her fault for trapping me. It's such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes me her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. So I'm curious, what happens if I just kind of... Alright. Alright. Go do that. Alright, now I'm back out of the game and I'm gonna see. So I should have the side story for Natsuki. Yeah, respect. So respect side story. But also I got pictured. What's this one? Alright, so I just have this is the closet. And yeah, I was right, this is Natsuki. Alright, well now that we unlocked that, Jesus Christ, 105. It's 1 in the morning. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I just got this. Oh, that's not good. No. Oh, that's not good at all. I don't like that. I do not like that. I have 45% now. Okay, so next we'll have respect side story. I'm gonna do that, and then yeah. So, oh boy, this is. Wait, was this after I did? Was this after I chose Natsuki, or is this after? Is the day of the festival? I don't like that. I'm seeing this real, this like actual picture, like seeing it in the videos, like whatever. Seeing this really on my computer in my game is freaky. Legit, is actually freaky. Not even joking. I wonder what happens if I delete this. Out of all the pictures I don't want, I'd rather just get rid of this one. Alright, well anyway, that's going to do it for this video. This is a way longer one than I thought. This is almost 2 hours. So I'm going to cut it right here. I'm not going to do anything else in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, we pieced together some more secrets. I think that was just because in the beginning I did some more stuff with the secret files. But we have the respect time, the side story next time. And yeah, more secrets to come. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for checking out my channel, checking out this Let's Play. It's definitely fun to play and discover all the secrets. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.